learners. I am Perfecto T. Romarate, your grade 10 English teacher broadcaster from Santa Ana National High School. For our lesson today, you will be learning the language used in research, campaigns, and advocacies while gradually exploring the fun and exciting experience of transforming on the similarities and differences of the three causes. In this lesson, you will learn the following. Number 1, recognize the characteristics of research, campaigns, and advocacies. Number 2, explain the difference of the three causes in terms of how it is crafted. And the last one, number 3, observe the language of research, campaigns, and advocacies. Using your second quarter English 10 module will help you become a master of creating your campaigns and advocacies in doing research processes. Are you ready? If you're ready, get your module in grade 10. Quarter 2, Module 1, and let's start the fun and learning now. Before proceeding to more challenging activities, let us see how well you know about some key important ideas that you will soon be acquainted with. Let us try. This is our pretest for Module 1. Directions. Read the following questions or statements below and write the letter of your choice on a separate sheet. Question number 1. This is a research term which is prejudice in favor for or against one thing, person or group, usually in a way considered to be unfair. A. Bias. B. Validity. C. Reliability. D. Credibility. What do you think is the answer? The answer is letter A. Let's go to question number 2. This is a dynamic process with combined actions like lobbying in power and building a public support for change. These are the choices. A. Lobbying. B. Research. C. Advocacy. And letter D. Campaign. The answer is letter C. Very good. Number 3. It is an organized and systematic method of finding answers to questions. Here are your choices. A. Lobbying. B. Research. C. Advocacy. D. Campaign. And the answer is letter B. Very good. You got the correct answer. Question number 4. This is the degree to which an instrument in research gives the same results each time that it is used. Your choices. A. Bias. B. Validity. C. Reliability. D. Credibility. For number 4, the answer is letter C. Number 5. This refers to an action that aims to change attitudes, policies, and practices. Letter A. Lobbying. Letter B. Research. Letter C. Advocacy. And letter D. Campaign. The answer is letter D. Let's go to number 6. In research, this refers to the method in measuring accurately what it intends to measure. A. Bias. B. Validity. C. Reliability. And letter D. credibility. The answer for number 6 is letter B. Very good. Let's go to number 7. This refers to the extent to which a research account is believable and appropriate. These are your choices. A. Bias. B. Validity. C. Reliability. And letter D. Credibility. Correct answer for number 7 is letter D. Very good. Let's go to number 8. If you want to know the preferred internet provider of the consumers, which process should you undergo? A. Lobbying. B. Research. D. Advocacy. And letter D is campaign. I'm sure you got the correct answer. The correct answer for number 8 is letter B. Congratulations. Let's go to number 9. It is a set of advocacy, communications, and mobilization activities. A. Lobbying. B. Research. C. Advocacy. And letter D. Campaign. Did you get the correct answer? For number 9, the correct answer is letter D. For item numbers 10 to 15, you're going to read the scenarios and answer the questions that follow. This is now the scenario. Mr. Alvarez spearheads an organization which aims to promote equal rights for children living in marginalized areas in Mindanao. To realize his cause, he wishes to collaborate with children, civil society organizations, government agencies, and private sectors to share knowledge, influence others, and build capacity to ensure children's needs are met. The question for number 10. Which statement best describes the situation? Mr. Alvarez A. wants to become the president of the organization. B. tries to get support from other organizations for monetary gain. C. has a plan that attempts to influence other people and stakeholders. And letter D. wants to know about the causes of poverty in the marginalized areas in Mindanao. For number 10, the answer is letter C. Let's go to another scenario. Mrs. Lagban, a retired teacher, has always been an advocate of pursuing accessible education in all remote areas in the country. As a way of making it more accessible, she wants to run for position as a senator. The question: which of these processes should Mrs. Lagman do? A. run an advocacy. B. conduct a research. C. teach children in the remote areas. And D. campaign to convince people to vote her. What's your answer? The answer is letter D. That's the correct answer. Let's go to the next situation. A group of researchers decided to conduct a research on the effects of mining in the country. In their study, they presented all the possible effects without giving an information on some of its negative effects. Is it omission, intentional, exaggeration, or biased sample? What is your answer? The answer is letter B. Let's go to number 13. During the conduct of the research in the situation presented above, the researchers asked people who worked in the mining industry, including the family members of the workers. A. Omission. B. Intentional. C. Exaggeration. And letter D. Bias sample. The answer is letter D. Next situation. Mr. Reyes supports children who are cancer survivors. In this cause, he manages to connect with different private sectors and local government units to create programs aimed at ensuring that the children in the shelter are given enough support to continue living their lives as comfortable as it should be. No, it does not manifest campaign since he presents his advocacy with his stakeholders. Letter B. No, it does not manifest campaign since the private sectors and LGUs do not agree yet to his plan. Yes, it is a form of campaign since he engages himself with the public to gain support for his project. And letter D, yes, it is a form of a campaign since he spearheads the creation of the programs for the children. Okay, the answer is letter A. That is for number 14. Let's go to the last situation. A famous actress endorses her bid for the presidential elections and encourages her fans to give their all-out support to the candidate. Is it true or false? What's your answer? The answer is letter B. That is false. You will be guided with the essential information that you will need in doing the activities later. Before we discuss our lesson, let us analyze first the different scenarios that I'll show you. Activity 1 is entitled, How Well Do You Know? You are a member of the Supreme Student Government, or what we call SSG in your school. As the school year progresses, your organization is expected to initiate programs that benefit the stakeholders and most especially the students. You are tasked by the SSG moderator to present a plan to the members of the organization. What would be your project proposal? Why is it important? How will students benefit from it? You are given 1 to 2 minutes to answer the question. Timer will be flashed on the screen. I'm sure you are able to answer the question. Good job, everyone. Do we need a possible answer for that? So I think I will give you one example. As a grade 10 student, you realize that you, your classmates, and even schoolmates have confusion on what strand in senior high school you will take up. As a concerned student, you would like to clarify this dilemma. Together with your friends, you plan to gather information about the most suitable senior high school strand for you. How will you collect information and who will be your respondents? You have to explain that. So you are given the same time, 1 to 2 minutes to answer the question. A timer will be flashed on the screen. So for the possible answer, I'm sure you have the same answer with what is given here. The first thing I would do is to know the people involved in the research process. I'll be asking some students to take part in the survey for us to know their responses and use those in coming up with our conclusions in the end. Based on our previous activity, you can observe that it revolves around the process of identification of causes that benefit a certain group of marginalized people and doing actions to put your cause into realization. There is more to that, and you will be acquainted with it. There are various processes involved, and they all possess different characteristics as to how they are done. Today, we will discuss those and add more information to our chest of knowledge. What is research? Do you have any idea? Okay, nice try. According to Qatar 2006, research is a pursuit of trust with the help of study, observation, comparison, and experiment. It's also the search for knowledge through objective and systematic method of finding solutions to a problem. With this statement, we can simply say that it is a process that involves different factors that need to be considered. Here are the things that you must take into consideration in doing a research. There are terms that you should be familiar with. Number 1, bias. This is when only one side of discussion is presented. This can be a form of primary sources such as interview, transcripts, statistical data, and work of art, or secondary sources which include journal articles, reviews, and academic books. There are of bias. First, we have intentional. This occurs when a person or group deliberately alters data to change the results of an experiment or study. This type of bias influences the information gathered to go in a certain and predetermined direction. And let's go to letter B, exaggeration. I'm sure you are familiar with this word. This takes place when a certain individual or group tries to overemphasize the positive or negative effects of the subject being studied. Example, the politician pointing out the great impact of the mining industry and the number of jobs that it created for the people. In other words, statements are overly expressed. Let's go to the next word, omissions. This bias happens when there are information or views that are not presented in the data provided. Example, the politician not pointing out the possible environmental issues that are brought about by illegal mining. And letter D, bias sample. This occurs when the respondents of a certain survey or process of data gathering belong to the population that mainly gains something from the subject of the study. Example, the politician said in his article that according to his survey, 95% of the respondents agreed that mining has a positive effect on the economy. However, the politician chose those people working in the mining industry. In this case, we can expect that the response will be in favor of the mining industry since it is in that industry where the respondents earn from. What do you mean by advocacy? Are you familiar with this word? This is carefully considered, planned process to influence a multiple stakeholders to achieve specified outcomes. Within the development context, it may include representing the needs and interests of disadvantaged and marginalized groups before those who have the power to make or influence that change. Example of advocacy. Miss Universe 2018, Catriona Gay, tapped a non-government organization called Young Focus Philippines in 2016 to help her provide free and accessible education to Filipino children. Okay, we have activities here that will enhance more your learnings of the lessons today. I hope you have learned a lot from our discussion earlier. Now, there are a series of activities that will help you master the essential skill of observing the language of research, campaigns, and advocacies. Are you ready? Let's go and learn. So we have here pictures that tell. So we go over the picture there. Illustration 1. You have here vote for me. The question is, what does the picture depict? Is it a form of research, campaign, or advocacy. Let's go to the next illustration. Stop child labor now. And then the question is saying, you have to answer what does the picture depict. Is a form of research, campaign, or advocacy. And then, I'm sure you are familiar with this. This is our Venn diagram. We have illustration 1 and illustration 2. So what will you write in the middle of this Venn diagram? So you're going to write the similarities, and in the illustration 1, illustration 2, you write the differences. So the ending of this activity is another assessment, an activity wherein you're going to answer these questions. So I think these are 15 questions that you have learned a while ago, topics, words that you have encountered while we were doing the activity. It is undeniably evident that you are now familiar with the 3 essential processes of doing research, running advocacy, and campaigning. All the activities that you have done will impact your future endeavors as a grade 10 learner. Remember, learning the language of research, campaigns, and advocacies will open new doors for you as you reach a higher level of learning. Thus, let us always be inspired and do our best in everything that we do. For at the end of the day, we will all reap what we sow. See you again at our next lesson. I am Perfecto T. Romarate, your grade 10 English teacher broadcaster